Meanwhile, in the year 1916, Balagangadhar Tilak and Annie Besant organized a home rule movement. Okay, and the main objective of this is to bring the self-government in India. Okay, and this home rule movement was a great success. It created a group of nationalists and who formed a backbone to the national movement in the later years. Okay, now we know about the Rowlatt Act, which was passed in the year 1919. Okay, in December 1917, a committee was formed under the guidance of the Justice Rowlatt. Okay, and the main purpose of this introduction of the Rowlatt Act was to suppress the revolutionary activities in India. Okay, so accordingly, in the year 1919, a Rowlatt Act was passed. Okay, according to this act, okay, the government can arrest any person. That means if the person found suspicion, okay, if they found any doubt on that person, the government can arrest a person without a search warrant or without any order from the government. Okay, so this says that the government can arrest any person without any order from the government, or they can even search a house of the suspicious person also. Okay, as a result of this act, many Indians became very angry against the British. Okay, and also in order to show their revolt against the British, the Indian, that is the revolters, have killed the 3 British officers also. Okay, so in order to that means in order to curtail this movement, that means in order to suppress this movement, the government, that is British government, passed an order. Okay, and also it had arrested some of the great leaders who would be the that means who would lead the movement. Okay, so like this they had arrested Dr. Saifuddin Kichlu and Dr. Satyapal. Okay, in order to suppress, it means in order to see that movement could not become a great. Okay, so the government, in precaution, that is with the intention to see that it doesn't become a big, they had arrested Saifuddin Kichlu and Dr. Satyapal. Okay, so these 2 people were the main motivators, that means in the Punjab, to revolt against the British. Okay, so when again, in order to see that this movement doesn't become a major event, the governor of Punjab had also issued a proclamation to stating that that means processions and the meeting to not be held in any places in India. Okay, so this proclamation was not known to the Indian. So on 13th April, people gathered at the Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar to protest against the arrest of Saifuddin Kichlu and Satyapal. Okay, and the people gathered were like men, women and the children. Okay, and the park was covered on all the sides by a huge that is high wall, and they had only one small gate. Okay, so General Dyer, in order to teach a lesson to these people who had gathered here in conducting the meeting, he came with the troop, that means with the soldiers, with the intention to teach them the lesson. Okay, and he stationed that regiment of soldiers in that big hall, and later on he asked the soldiers to open fire at the peaceful people who had gathered at that Jallianwala Bagh. Okay, and it been said that the fire lasted till the ammunition has been got exhausted. And it also, the report says that around 380 people, around 400 people were killed in this incident, and thousands of people were wounded. Okay, and even the bullet mark, okay, if you visit there, you can see that bullet mark is still found on the walls of the Jallianwala Bagh, which has become a national memorial now. Okay, so this incident had greatly affected, that means inflated the anger in the mind of the people, and also against and also with the national leaders. So the national leaders condemned this act of General Dyer. Okay, later on, in order to show their anger against the British, noted writer like Rabindranath Tagore, he returned his knighthood that was honored by the British. Okay, and even Gandhiji also, like vowed, that means he showed his disrespect, that means he decided not to cooperate with the British again. Okay, so with this intention, okay, the Congress decided to hold the meeting at Nagpur. Okay, in the Nagpur session, the Congress decided to pass a movement called as a resolution, that is called as a non-cooperation movement against the British. So now we'll know about the revolutionaries, the role of revolutionaries in the freedom movement. Okay, some radicals, they set themselves for the armed revolution. Okay, so they are called as revolutionaries. Radicals, no, they are extremists. Okay, some of these radicals, they set themselves for the armed revolution. That means they took the weapons to fight against the British. They took the violent method. Okay, so revolutionaries means radicals set themselves for armed revolution, and they are called as revolutionaries. Okay, so these revolutionaries, they dreamt of complete independence. Okay, like you could see that in the period of moderates. Okay, they wanted a constitutional method. They want to plead and beg and get the concession from the British. Okay, but here the revolutionaries, they dreamt of complete independence. They do not want the British, and they do not want to be under the control of the British. Okay, and they also believed that they can drive these Britishers by adopting the violent method. Okay, so for this, they established a secret organization, and they also started collecting the weapons and money, and they also started providing the training to the revolutionaries, that the people who were with them in their associations. Okay, so noted revolutionaries are okay, like Kundrim Bose, Chandrasekhar Azad, V.D. Savarkar, Bhagat Singh, Rajguru. Okay, so these are some of the revolutionaries, and these revolutionaries started using the bombs and guns in order to achieve their goals. Okay, and they have also established a secret organization also. Okay, so for example, like Vasudeva Balawant Phadkar. Okay, he was the first person to start this secret organization. And later, Damodar and Balakrishna Chapekar were also intimately associated with the secret organization, and they also had used the weapons, and later on both of them, that is Damodar and Balakrishna Chapekar, were traced out, and both were arrested by the British, and later on they were hanged. Okay, next, Vinayaka Damodar Savarkar. Okay, he is the first revolutionary in 1899. He set up the first secret organization, and it is known as a Mitra Mela. Okay, and the British government arrested him, and he was life imprisoned, and later on he was sent to the Andaman jail. So, after independence, Indian government had erected V.D. Savarkar statue in the Andaman jail, where he was brutally tortured. That means brutally physically tortured by the British. Okay. Later on, Chandrasekhar Azad is also another revolutionary. He also played a very important role in the freedom struggle. Okay, he joined another secret organization called as the Hindustan Socialist Republic Association. Okay, and he was also associated in some of the cases like Kakori conspiracy. Okay, and he was also involved in bombing the Legislative Assembly, which is at Delhi, and he was also fired some of the British officers also. Okay, so in Lahore. Okay, so like this, these revolutionaries, they undertook the violent method, and their motto was to achieve the complete independence from the British. Okay, and further, in order to escape, this Chandrasekhar Azad fought all alone with this small pistol. Okay, and afterwards, finally, when he found that there was only one pistol, he shot himself in order to keep his oath of not getting arrested by the British till his death. Okay, so like this, many martyrs like Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, Sukhdev, Bhagavat Charan, okay, all these people, they have played a very important role, and they sacrificed themselves to release India from the clutches of the British. Okay, and even Bhagat Singh, okay, he also joined the secret organization of Hindustan Socialist Republic Association, and he also became the secretary of this. Okay, and in 1929, this Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, Sukhdev, who had involved in the bombing the Central Assembly at Delhi. Okay, they were also along with this. Who is this Chandrasekhar Azad? They also were involved in bombing the Central Legislative Assembly at Delhi. Okay, later on, all these three were caught, tried, and they were hanged. Okay, so in Lahore Central Jail. So these revolutionaries, as I told, played a very important role in getting the independence. They sacrificed themselves for the sake of the independence against the British.